For decades, the easy way to figure out the mix of stocks and bonds to use in your investment portfolio was to use the 100 minus your age rule. Not really a rule, but a rule of thumb. A dumb rule of thumb at that. You see, the rule of thumb suggests that to find the percentage of your investments that should be in stocks as opposed to bonds is determined by subtracting your age from 100. Here's how it works. You're 60 years old. 100 minus 60 equals 40. The rule says 40% of your investment should be in stocks. What? You're only 60. You could live another 30 or 40 years. And you're going to keep 60% of your investments shielded from the potential growth of the best companies of America? That might have been fine when most Americans didn't live past 60. But as we discussed in another video, at 3% inflation, your purchasing power is cut in half in 24 years. If you're 60, you think you might live another 24 years? Yeah, I think it's entirely possible. The premise of the 100 minus your age rule is to lessen so-called risk as you get older and have less time to work and live. But is not outpacing inflation by overloading fixed income investments really reducing risk? All right, I'm not recommending or suggesting anything for anybody. I just want you to question old wives' tales of finance. Which is why basing a portfolio mix on one's age is irresponsible. It's a one-size-fits-all prescription supposedly suitable for patients of varying financial health. Don't you know people who are 40 and look and act like they're 60? And folks in their 80s still rocking it like they're dancing to 80s hair band music. Same with our financial lives. We're all in different stages and places. And age is but one factor of our financial situation. It should never be an across-the-board, one-size-fits-all answer. And it certainly shouldn't be based solely on one's age. Skiers and snowboarders will know the Obermeyer brand. They make ski clothing and gear. Their founder, Klaus Obermeyer, is still hitting the slopes at 104 years old. Were he to use this ridiculous rule, he'd subtract 104 from 100, leaving him a -4. The percentage of stocks in his portfolio should be -4. That would be kind of hard to do. I don't know him or his financials, but I'm guessing he's done pretty well. To put everything in bonds or interest-bearing accounts would be a disservice to him, his family, and his employees. It would be like the servant who buried his talent, disappointing his master. And that certainly would not be considered being a good steward of his money. All right, to be fair, some people like to bump up the rule of 100 minus your age to 110 or even 120 since people are living longer. All right, maybe that's more realistic to fulfill the premise, but you're still basing the result on age. And age is just one thing to consider when putting together a portfolio. There are plenty of financial rules of thumb that are useful and make sense. But for my money, not this one. I think I'll be a good steward and bury it.